Pando killed the beat.
Namaste, Sat Sri Akal. Good afternoon to everyone present over here. We are very delighted to have a next session of our the SS Chandok Talk Show, and we have very special guests today again from the different parts of the country, and I'm very thankful to them that they have spared their time for the show, and they are going to give their valuable views about what they have, their views about reading. Without wasting any time, I'll start up with a little introduction. And again, I will apologize that the introduction of all these people's eminent guests is so big that it will take a day's time to introduce the panelists and the guests. But I'll give a short introduction, and I'm saying sorry for that. First of all, we have Balwinder Singh sir. Balwinder Singh sir has traveled a long journey from starting his career as a teacher in a school in Punjab to being a principal and CBSE city coordinator of Kanpur. He is also working in capacity of President Kanpur Southern School City Coordinator, National Testing Agency, Government of India, General Secretary Kanpur Private Schools Association District President, CSIR KMP. He is today known as a committed educationist and a successful and with over 23 years of successful career as a highly accomplished professional. He is an expert in steering academic improvements, skilled in designing and implementing practices in education, and expertise in encouraging learning through interactive discussions, assessment tools, individualized education plans, and hand-on approach to facilitate learning among students. Balwinder Singh sir is highly regarded as an expert in training and motivating the stakeholders in the educational arena. Endowed with a penetrative mind and amazing spontaneity and clarity of thoughts, his sessions are designed to infuse tremendous dynamism and vigor into the participants to make them more productive. The delivery style is interactive, entertaining, and powerful. His sessions are generally focused on program development, curriculum development, individual education plan, training and development, social administration, infrastructural development, parent and community interaction, education management, classroom management. To name a few, Mr. Singh has conducted workshops in very prestigious schools. He has proved his excellence in organizing seminars, workshops, lectures, presentations, and study campus for students as well as teachers. There is no doubt he is associated with many of the schools. He has taken in hundred of schools. He has taken pan India. He has taken webinars and seminars, and he had been he's associated with many associations where he is heading also. And again, I'm say sorry, sir, because it will take a day's time to introduce you because I do not understand within 24 hours how much you are working. And but just in short, I'd like to know how had your education journey started, and how come you come from you are from Punjab side and you have come to Kanpur. So how was your journey? How you started up with your this progress?
So, good afternoon to all of you. It's wonderful time with all of you. सबके साथ मिलके बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. And special thanks to Mr. S.S. Chandok and the S.S. Chandok talk show, so that we all are together to discuss some good issues and valid issues related to the education. So, I entered this profession by accident, not by choice. But once I entered, so this is my, I can say trait of personality that whatever I do it with full of dedication and sincerity. So I entered by accident, but then I thought, now I should prove. So I tried my best. So I'm working sincerely as a teacher. So still I'm a teacher, so I love teaching, I love children. So I think this is the only strength which I have. Yeah.
That's great, and sir, that is great of you. And because I'm in also Kanpur, so I've been seeing you that how you are working and how CBSE matters. You are handling so many things. Whatever new things you are introducing into Kanpur, the private schools association which you have created, and I mean how intense help you are giving to the schools. As we had seen also just now that when the parents they have gone against the results and they have tried to do wrong with the schools. There you have stood by everywhere at every school with the police and everything, with the media and everything, that nothing should happen. The way you are protecting and way you are working and the way you are sacrificing, that you're not leaving your family life and you are putting up so much things, social welfare you are doing of the society. That's hats off to you, sir. And
Yeah,
I'm
thank you,
proud.
sir.
I'm proud. I'm associated with you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
sir.
much. Thank you, sir. Next, we have Neeru Joshi, ma'am, and there is no need to introduce her. She is everywhere. But I'll give a little introduction. As far as education is related, ma'am has done LLB, LLM. She has done PhD in English, MA in English, MSc in Maths, BEd in Science, BSc in Non-Medical. I mean, and she is associated with Surya Academy from 2016 till date, and she's a director over there. Bal Bharti Public Senior Secondary School, Modi Nagar, it is. Until date, she's the principal. And before that, she was from 2011, she's principal. And before that, from 2002 to 2011, she was PGD Maths as well as vice principal also. So, ma'am, it's more than 20 years you are over there in the school. Supervise a team of professionals, paraprofessionals, and support staff. Oversees a student body of approximately 4,000 learners. Devise and coordinate, ensuring a safe and healthy learning environment for all school members. Other experiences like Executive Director of MeetX, Charles Wald Society for Innovation and Research, New Delhi, National Joint Secretary Shiksha Kalyan, President Modi Nagar, Murada Nagar CBSE Saudiyas. That's great, ma'am. You're also president. My God, all the presidents are here. National Advisor, SPA India, Executive Member, National Human Rights and Humanitarian Federation, National Vice President of Universal Scout and Guide Organization, as well as, ma'am, as only a brief profile of 6 pages. And I'm so sorry, ma'am, it will take 1 or 2 days time to discuss that. And everybody knows you. You are so famous in the media, and you have been posting every day. You are posting something of social matters also, that we are able to understand and learn that. You revise that. Everybody knows that, but people, because of the the hassle of the life, they forget everything. You are reminding them every day, okay, this thing is there, okay, हाँ ये तो होता है, हमें चिंता नहीं करनी चाहिए, हमें आगे बढ़ना चाहिए, हमें काम करना चाहिए. So you motivate them. Every day motivation you are giving to them. And I'm seeing that you are also a president of the Saudiyas also there, of Ghaziabad. So might be you also might be facing a lot of work as related to the Saudiyas. Hats off to you. You're looking after your school also. Again, you are looking after the Saudiya, and Ghaziabad is also a very big city. Modi Nagar, Murada Nagar, and Saudiya schools you are looking after.
Yes.
So that's also a big deal, and so many schools you are having, as well as you are into the social media. You're giving your that special gyan to the people, reminding them. So, ma'am, how did it came into your mind that I should have, I put up these type of values into the media, apart from other things?
Exactly. Being, being the educator, it becomes our responsibility, right? Because when we are there in the school and handling student of 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, or parent lobby of 8,000 or 10,000, that is not sufficient. 135 crore or more than population in India. So our response, we are born educator to all educator. I used to say one line, we are born to serve the nation. So we are not standing at borders, but yes, we are preserving the culture of our children. So it is our responsibility what we are giving to the coming generations. And therefore, I started my cultural and education society by the name of Parichay. And so I just thought that everybody should need to identify herself or himself. Therefore, I come to the social media, and every day I am coming up, or at least twice in a week, I'm coming up with one or another thought to people, because it is our responsibility. That's it. And as Balwinder Singh sir said, dedication is very important. Dedication, devotion. So I just started to add discipline in that dedication and devotion. And कुछ भी हो जाए, चंडोक sir, आप कुछ भी हो जाए, आप Friday आप ये program कर रहे हैं. Yes or no?
बिल्कुल. Yes,
Yes or
ma'am.
no?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Absolutely.
once decided, we have to do that. So I decided that I have to do this, and I'm doing that, sir.
And ma'am, at the very same time, people have expectations कि तो नीरू मैम का तो अभी तक कुछ आया नहीं है, उनको तो आने वाला था.
अच्छा,
So
same
that
हम
you have
आपका
that
wait करते
responsibility.
हैं.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I say over here that only the influential and you know dynamic principals are over here who are doing above certain level. There are principals. They are doing very good job. But you people, those people who are coming on this platform, they are doing a little better job. As you told that this came into your mind, how it came into your mind to start up a show. As I told earlier also that around 3, 4, 5 groups we are associated on the national level. But what these groups are doing, we know it very well. So it came into our mind that I should start up a show on the principals level, on the management level, where only we'll talk about, you know, that about the things which are into the practical use, which are in the practical use. We'll not be talking about NEP, we'll not be talking about other things because already we have discussed so much about that. So, and I'm very thankful to all you people also that you have joined over here, and we discuss you. I am the richest person because I get the ideas in every show. In every show, I get the ideas what the schools of Pan India are doing it. Sir is from Kerala, you are from Modinagar, ma'am is from Mumbai, sir is from Kanpur, ma'am is from Bangalore. So we are from different parts of the country. What we are doing in our schools, we are sharing the ideas. It is all about learning as well as of sharing of the idea. And it was the main purpose that we have started this show. Thank you so much, ma'am. Neeru ma'am, you come over here. Next guest is Pratibha Mishra ma'am. Pratibha ma'am is an education strategist current serving as the principal of Panabai International School, Mumbai, and consultant to various education organizations. She is on a mission to empower those who impart and consume knowledge in her career spanning over 20 years. She has been associated with a lot of institutional reforms, especially in the adoption of new education paradigms. Pratibha Mishra ma'am graduated BA with honors in psychology, which served as the foundation for her love for educating and empowering students. Later on, she went on to take her bachelor's in education and master's in education degree from the coveted Mumbai University and 2 postgraduate diplomas in managing and leading schools. She has experience of SSC, ICSC, CBSC, Cambridge, IGCSE boards along with premier high education institutions from UK, USA, Finland, and Russia, and had numerously awards and honorary doctorates in doing so. Pratibha ma'am works with multiple NGOs and serves with other boards along with their duties at the school. She is a vocal advocate of rights and safety of children, educational empowerment, and democratizing skill development. She believes that her competency in education strategy is a waste if she cannot deploy it for those who need it to the most. Welcome, ma'am, and welcome to you also. And Pratibha, ma'am, I also saw in the social media, although your biodata is also quite long, I have just shortened it. You have sent a short one also. So I have shortened it. But practically what we see is that you are also doing so many things which you have not added up to your profile. You are serving on the nation on social work or also you are associated with many associations also. So ma'am, how do you feel? Here it feels that you are by your choice into this field. Please tell something about yourself.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chandok. And first of all, I would like to extend my gratitude for bringing on such a beautiful platform where we all are sitting like-minded people. When like-minded people they come, and if they are from the same orbit, it really helps. And that this is how we are the change makers. And I believe the educators are the best change makers. Whatever they want to see in the society. This is, and the best part of when I got an invitation from you, very first in my mind, again, I don't want to talk on an NEP and I don't want to talk on any Gyan kind of thing. Too much of Gyan in the society and I'm done with it. It's overflowing. So I said, yeah, again, but then I don't know what made me to browse your channel because you sent me the link. I said, let me give a glance to it, at least before I say yes, though I took hardly time to say yes, but still I was with a dual mind. I didn't ask you about the topic, what topic I'm supposed to speak and all. But then somewhere I got little motivation when I got to see that word talk show. Talk show says that you have to speak from your heart. You don't have to script anything. You don't have to by heart any scripted form, and it will be coming from your heart. Whatever your experience, whatever you have done, or whatever you're doing, you have to just exchange your ideas. And that I liked it. And I liked it. I said, yes, this is a platform where I should be a part of it. And thanks to you, a very good initiative, a great platform for the leaders, those who should come. And as you asked me the question that, yes, I'm actually very poor in social media. I don't like to post too much. I'm a very simple person. Too much of pomp and show I can't tolerate, I can't digest. So whatever too much of is there, little bit, 10%, I'll give only 1% on the media, and the remaining is into my kitty for my satisfaction. As I'm associated with many NGOs, I work for the underprivileged kids. I'm associated with BMC school, the state schools of Maharashtra, underprivileged people where they really need guidance. Many principal, as you said, there are principals, no doubt about it. If you come across 2,000 more than principals are there, but still they don't know their work, what are they supposed to do? They themselves, they are not clear what is their job profile, how they have to execute the school. Things are there in the paper, no doubt about it. Handbook is there, bylaws are there, but how many of really they know and they implement in their day-to-day life? And it is a fact, unsaid fact, which everyone knows about it. Their subordinate knows more than the principals, but principals are not clear with it. So
Exactly.
why? Because they are not taking interest in it. They feel they are sitting on the chair, learning is over. But I feel then learning starts, because you have to keep updated yourself every day. Because 10 people, they look upon you. They come to you for the solution, and you should be the solution tutor. Rather than, you ask them, "Acha, tum log dekh lo kya kar sakte ho?" No, you have to be ready with the whatever problems they come, your solution should be ready. And I feel that is only possible when you are updated. So my reason of working with NGOs, that I feel, see, I'm working in very metropolitan city, very polished board, where I have an elite class of parents, where I don't have to work much with them. But somewhere I need to utilize my power in a different manner. So those who are not really getting the benefit of actual sense of education, I'm trying to impart the resources to them, either from my way or whatever resources I have, I try to give it. I even conduct the training sessions for the students, those who cannot avail any kind of facility, basic facility of learning. So this is how I work. NGO, I'm not only about the school students, I'm talking about the orphanage even too. Orphanage, when we talk, there are girls, they really need too much of, awareness programs. Either you talk about hygiene, you talk about their basic looking, grooming, personality, all those things. So I'm really working for that. My best priority to help the girls in the orphanages. And then I connect to the oldies. I'm very much fond of old people. I'm blessed to have my in-laws with me. I lost my parents, but then still, I'm whatever I am today because of my parents, because of my teachers. I have not learned overnight. This is my upbringing from their side. So I feel these values I should inculcate in the incoming generation. So this is how I try to contribute in form of whatever I can in the education. Because as we said, we are the change makers. We have to be role model for others.
Sure.
I think people look upon and they will go ahead with that.
That's great, ma'am. Your values and your opinion is quite different from the people, And the eminent guests who are present over here, I had been seeing basically Neeru ma'am also, because I had been seeing that the principals who are in that in her locality also, the area also, that they have been telling that how Neeru ma'am had been helping them, that how she is coming forward with everything. And same is with us, what I felt with Balvinder sir also as a city coordinator also. And any time when you are 24/7, you are calling him. He's always there to help you, whichever school it is, wherever it is. If it is needed, he'll be straight with that. So this is the quality of a good administrator, even it is on your school level, or if you are looking after so many things. Because when when you get the position, your responsibility increases. And how much you are giving up with your responsibilities, nobody's checking you. It is upon you. So this is how I've been seeing that Barvinder sir also and Neeru ma'am also, they have been showing it so nicely everywhere. A little call, one sentence call is there, and he is over there. If you are in help. Thank you so much, sir. You are here in Kanpur. Next, we have Dr. Sugandhi Narayana ma'am, and she is MA, MBA, DCED, BEd, DLEd, the principal of Akatya Public School, Bangalore, and had various experience in international CBSE and state boards across India over the last 28 years. She started her career as assistant headmistress in Trichy and followed by an stage teaching career coupled with some administration as a coordinator, vice principal and principal for 28 years in various schools in Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry and Bangalore. She has a flair for sports, being a sports person herself, volleyball district player, very good, inter-school level champion in shot put and discus and a long jumper. That's great, ma'am. You are all rounder. Dr. Sugandhi Narayan is teacher trainer, social activist, SRWA, that is Sarjapur Residents Welfare Association, secretary of ESRO NGO, board of directors of Heads Foundation, chief management officer of Harvest Education Transformation Solution, state council member of Women Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry for Karnataka Training and Development Council, director of IDYM, that is Igniting Dreams of Your Mind, Karnataka, boards of director of IJBSC Journal, International Journal of Bioscience and Technology. First of all, thank you so much, ma'am. We are very grateful as we just came to know that your husband has met an accident and he is in hospital right now, and you are also in the hospital right now into the next room, and that too also at this position also you are joined up the session. I mean, we are very grateful and thankful to you. Please tell something about this. You're a sports personality. This is a new thing I've come to know. Frankly speaking, I've just read your brief profile, and you are a player also into so many games. Please tell us about that, sir.
You cannot be a silent spectator. You have to at least participate a little bit of it. So you need to know of all the fields that is prevailing. And so I had, in fact, I was always being called as an outstanding student. Not because I was very good in studies, but I was always outside the classroom for sports, dance, music, and I'm more of these kinds of personality. While studying, I didn't take studies that seriously, and that's the reason why I think even now I have registered myself for MA History, because I love social science and I'm been handling. Now being principal, I'm not able to go to the classes of 9th and 10th because I don't hold a degree of history field expert. So that's why I have registered myself for MA History now, and where I'm having my exams in December. So this is one thing, but sports is something what I feel, sir, that there are many people who used to say that don't go out, sit inside, study. But I totally feel that when you go out and play for some time, your mind becomes fresh and you can concentrate more on your studies. This is what I have learned, and so that's the only thing that I love. I know that I cannot excel in education and be the topper of the class, but definitely I can do in sports because I have interest for that and passion for that. And so more than the toppers of my class, I was known in the whole school. So in that way, that was one more thing which was giving me more interest. But of course, yes, I love sports a lot, and still I keep watching more these kinds of Olympics and all those things rather than the movies and other series. That is what it is. And I'm also, as you...
Ma'am, you have muted again.
As ma'am said, Pratibha ma'am said, I'm also part of 2 NGOs, and we worked with the tribals here in Bandipur Forest, and their people even didn't know, the girls especially.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the girls even didn't know that about the modern facilities that was available. In fact, during the session that we had with them, we came to know that the girls were having a lot of issues with the menstruation, and it was very pathetic to see those people.
Yes.
working towards that. In fact, we had a volunteer and we are trying to train them and how to this, and we are also trying to provide sanitary napkins for those girls. This, when we went and met them, it was really, really pathetic to see them. And we were also taking some classes for the teachers who were on online, remote, not Karnataka and all. People, teachers didn't know how to take the online classes. So we had joined hands and we have taken up classes for them, how to handle the online class. And so these are the small things.
That's great. That's great, ma'am. That's great. And it's very difficult. It's very easy to say that we are going to the tribal areas and working with them and everything with the girls and everything, what you are telling about.
You should see
It's
the
very-
reach over there. It was all over.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is very easy to say, but it's very
Yes.
difficult. It takes courage because you are occupied with your work throughout the day, and you taking out time whenever you are taking out time and you are going over there and spending time with them, and they are so unhygienic, and you're providing them hygienic facilities as well as their atmosphere. They are teaching everything. You are looking to them. This is what the thing is, that the educations like you, like Pratibha ma'am, those who are doing up for the society without taking out the name. She's saying that I show 10% into the media, 90% I don't show. Because there are people who are doing only 1%, not even 1%, that showing 1000%. And people like you who are doing so many good things with the society. And I mean, unidentified type of things you are telling, because it is just the satisfaction of your mind. It is not show that you want to
Yes, so
show.
that's because we are not doing for others. We are doing
Yeah.
for others. That's the only reason that we are not showing it.
Yeah, you are not showing off. Actually, you are doing that. Hats off to you, ma'am. Hats off to you and Pratibha ma'am also. Next, we have Unikrishnan sir. Unikrishnan K sir is MA in English, MA in Psychology. He's MPhil in English and B.Ed also. Sir is principal of Benchmarks International School, Manjeri, Malalapuram, Kerala. He joined CBSE system in 1993. He has served for 27 years in various schools as teacher, vice principal, and principal. He's the head examiner of CBSE in English class 12 since 2000. As a CBSE master trainer, he has conducted more than 200 workshops for principals and teachers at various places in and out of the country. That's great, sir. Served as the president of Saudia Schools Complex, Malabar region for 5th year. My goodness, I didn't knew. And all the presidents, Saudia presidents are over here. And hats off to you, sir, also. And member of the CBSE School Inspection Committee carried out, served as the president for 5 years of Saudias. He's a state coordinator of NTA, that is National Testing Agency under the Ministry of Education, state commissioner of the Hindustan Scouts and Guides Association, Kerala, presently serving as the state president of the Confederation of Kerala Saudia Complex. That's great, sir. Recipient of the President National Award to the Teachers in 2012. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And this is a very short introduction we are giving of yours, and you are doing up with so many things, and you are so humble. The other day I had a word with you. We had a discussion for 10-15 minutes or 20 minutes, and you are so humble. You are so humble. And people like you are the need of society. People need people like you all. Krishnan sir, you also, Unikrishnan sir, you also, Pratibha ma'am, Neeru ma'am, Sugandhi ma'am, and Balvinder sir. This is the society is surviving just because of people like you. Sir, I would like to know from you that what is the position of Kerala right now, because we had been listening that the COVID cases have again increased in Kerala. Again, the third wave or whatever you say has started again in Kerala. Please tell us about that.
Hello, sir. Thank you so much for the question, and good afternoon, everyone. I understand that I am the panelist from the farthest place.
Yes,
From Kerala. I was really surprised when you called me up a few days back and invited me to join a talk show. An invitation coming from as far away from a place called Kanpur.
Sir,
And
we are calling the panelists from Jammu to Kanyakumari. We had Jammu president also. Last session we had the Saudi president from Jammu also, and the secretary also, Kunal Anand also. So we are trying to have interaction. You come closer. All the educationists are very good educationists who are in the pan India. As I told you again that I'm not calling people from any principal. I'm calling only those principals who are really doing very good. Even they are not president or not having any type of that authority, but still they are doing a lot of things. So it also when I saw your profile also, sir, and I saw that that you are also a silent, social worker, and you had been doing so many things you are doing up. So it came into my mindset that we should connect, and that day we had a lot of discussion. We had about the things you told about everything. That's great, sir. Yes, sir. Over to you.
Right. Yeah. Then, as Pratibha ma'am said, I too thought that it would be something connected with the NEP or maybe some education scenario in the new normal setup or something connected with the CBSE's new scheme of examination. But I was really very happy to know that it's something about the reading habit among the children. So I was so
Yes.
happy because I'm still a practicing teacher. Though I'm a principal for the past 25 years, I still go handle my subject in the class, and I do almost everything that a teacher does in my school. So probably we don't usually find principals who actually go to class and do real-time teaching. But I do that. So I happen to get into the issues of the children and the teachers. And when I heard that it's about developing reading habit among the children that we're going to talk about, I was really happy to join this panelist. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. You are over here. Thank you so much. Next we have, yes, sir.
The corona situation.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chandok. I may have to leave now.
No issues, ma'am. You take care of your husband, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
It's very sorry to say that in Kerala, the cases are alarmingly increasing. More than 50% of the actual cases happening in India belong to Kerala. Nobody understands the real reason for that, but that is probably in Kerala, the schools will be reopening at the last when every other state reopen. That's what I understand, because there is no indication that in the immediate future the situation will come back to normal and we'll be able to reopen and resume normal functioning.
I just also saw that, sir, around 450,000 cases they have grown up in America, USA today. And the things are increasing again, and they have fourth wave. We'll be having third wave. Don't know how the situation will go. Let's hope for the best, sir. Next, thank you, sir. Welcome. Next, we have Amritash, sir. He's an IT from Madras, and I am Bangalore alumni. He was working in Unilever in Bombay and Singapore in 2009 when he decided to leave everything and focus on reading and language literacy. He's a storyteller and an author and a book lover. He heads Club One VR, 1 billion reader. That is what he say, which is on a mission to get 1 billion children to reading. We welcome you, Amritash, sir. That's a very small introduction I have given of you. You have a long introduction, and that cannot be told. So we are having Amritash, sir, from the society that where he is doing up with a very good work that they have, something like 1 billion readers should be there, because we know that reading is the basic thing which we need for the child all-round development from LSRW things. So here we have Amritash, sir. Welcome you, sir. We'll be also asking you about the reading part also. Welcome. And please tell something in short and brief about yourself, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for welcoming me, and thank you for inviting me. Just wanted to say I'm not a principal and definitely not a Sahodaya president. My background is that I was in a corporate environment and I decided to leave. I started a library in 2009, which eventually led to many things. And I learned storytelling and visited a lot of schools and became a children's author. And now I'm heading this initiative called Club One VR, where what we are doing is we are helping schools with some digital library tools to improve reading in their schools so that we can get more and more children, into the habit of reading. And
sir, I hope you told me that is free of cost.
It is
free of cost, and you're giving training to the teachers also to that. We'll discuss about that, sir, in the next part of the session. Okay, let's start up with a little bit questioning or your thinking, not question. I'm not so big enough to ask questions to you all eminent people, but about discussion. The first question will be to Balwinder Singh, sir. We know that reading is an important part, as important as speaking skills, but parents only look at speaking skills only. वो कहते हैं मेरा बच्चा तो बहुत अच्छी इंग्लिश बोलता है, उसको रीडिंग करने की क्या जरूरत है? So how do we reconcile the difference? That how are we able to convince the parents with the LSRW that all the things are important. If speaking is important, reading is also important. What are your views about that, sir?
Right. Yeah, it's a very wonderful question. So when we talk about any language, all the four domains are very important: listening, reading, speaking, and writing. So we cannot segregate them. All are interconnected. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Perfect.
Okay. So when we talk about language, comprehend a language and produce a language, both are equally important. To produce a language, first of all, I think one should be a good listener. So if we are a good listener, then only we can be a good speaker. So even the natural formation of the body, if we observe it, we have 2 ears, right, to listen, and one tongue to speak. It means we have to listen more and speak less. So if we are a good listener, then we can be an efficient speaker. And we need for speaking we need lots of vocabs. So vocabs will come when we read, when we listen. There are two sources of vocabulary. One is reading and one is listening. So generally the words comes from books. When we read stories, when we read articles, when we read newspaper, and most of the fund of words, if we analyze, even if we analyze ourselves, most of the words which we have learned, that is from listening only. When we attend people, when they listen, when they speak, when they give commentary, when they instruct. So most of the words we learn from others when they speak. So both are integrated. We cannot segregate them. And parents actually they are not from the educational background. So that's why maybe they have this type of perception that both are different, or reading is not important, speaking is more important, because they know only one side of the coin. Like it's a there's a cutthroat competition, and in the global world of competition, when you will pass out, when you will go for the jobs, you have to prove yourself, you have to express yourself. So the main focus of parents is numbers, marks, grades, and job. So when they end up with a job, it means they want placement of their child. So when they think of placement of their child, they only feel that, okay, if the child will speak, if the child will express, if the child will have good proficiency over English, spoken English, then only he can be succeeded. So this is the perception maybe, but reading is equally important. And we should know that how we learn, how a human being learns, right? What is the the process of brain when we learn anything? So to learn, we need experience. In the brain, we have brain cells. We call them neurons, and neurons get activated when we get experience. When there are more than 10,000 neurons in the brain, and they are very specific neurons. They are dedicated neurons for each. Like for language, there are different neurons. For mathematics, there are different neurons. So when a child get experience of a new thing, the neuron get activated, and that neuron it creates connections. We call it synapses in the science. So the repetition of that experience will make that synapses, that connection, more strong. So reading will, I think, activate the neurons, and continuous reading will generate more strong synapses connections, and that fund of words, that idea, and that the message in that reading, it will go to the long term memory of the child, and it will be very easy for a child to speak. Even if we implement it on ourselves, if we have to speak for 15 minutes, I think we have to read for at least 2 hours. If we read for 2 hours, only then we will be able to have to speak effectively for 15 minutes. So both are equally important, and we have to disseminate this information, and we have to make parents aware that they should more focus on reading, and then the child will be a very proficient speaker and speak without any problem.
Right, sir. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And that's a very good thing you have told about. Scientifically, also you have told about, and so great knowledge, so much knowledge you have, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'll come up to Dr. Neeru Joshi, ma'am. Ma'am, if you want to add up something to it, that how we should convince the parents that apart with speaking, also reading is also very important as a part of LSR.
First of all, Balwinder Singh spoken everything, right? Scientifically, he has proven everything. Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to add to it, yes, reading is very important and we need to convince parents. But we have to convince ourselves, first of all, as a principal, as a learner. Because in our schools across country, I used to go as a speaker. So we used to see that even the teachers, they focus more on speaking and writing straight away, right? So when in the school, the unnatural phenomenon, because when it is there that yes, listening, speaking, reading and writing. So it is the wonderful sequence. If we practice naturally this, because we see that, yes, a child will listen first, then he can speak well. But when it comes to writing, that writing can only be perfect when the child reads. Right. So we have to tell this to the parents that when the child will read, spend more time reading books, pronunciation, of course, will be improved. Attention span, we usually talk about that discretionary activities and distractions from anything, right? So we have to tell them that this is the only activity that increase the attention span in children, and very, very important, that promote analytical thinking. Because many students, when you speak to 7th, 8th standard, they do not know about the fiction and non-fiction. They merge both stuff. So we should tell that, because we know that some of the parent, as one of the principals said, the parent, when Pratibha madam said that yes, some of the parents, they are not educated, because when underprivileged children, we used to go and we talk with them. So we cannot expect a parent that they motivate their children for reading, because from the educated parent, we expect that yes, they would sit for reading, they provide a special reading room, they would have their own choices in the novel and biographies, autobiographies, research, philosophy, analysis. They can put their opinion in the social media or anywhere else. What about the parents who are uneducated? So it is very important to touch those parents who are uneducated, because educated parents, they can better understand when they will watch your show. And even the uneducated parent, if watch the Chandoks or shows, they will come to know that yes, the reading is very important. And of course, हम घर में दवाई, एक्सपायरी डेट, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डेट, ये सारा चीज कम्स फ्रॉम रीडिंग. आप घर में ही, हम पहले बच्चों से, मुझे याद है कि हम पूछते थे अपने छोटे भाई बहनों से, बताओ ये कहाँ लिखा है. अगर आपको बचपन, इफ यू जस्ट गो टू योर चाइल्डहुड, सो इट वाज वंडरफुल एक्टिविटी कि बताओ ये कहाँ लिखा है, राइट? तो ऑटोमेटिकली हम ढूंढते थे. तो हमारा यहाँ से चलता था. सर ने बोला, बलविंदर सर ने, न्यूरॉन्स. यस, आई डू अग्री, न्यूरॉन्स. और बॉडी का हर पार्ट जो है ब्रेन से एक्टिवेट होता है. तो इट एलिवेट योर मूड. वी हैव टू टेल देम, जब रीड करते हैं कोई अच्छी चीज को, इट एलिवेट आवर मूड. Yes, and we give ourselves an opportunity and challenge that yes, we have learned in the past book or whatever. So we have to go for the good book. We have to understand more. And if you read more, you can just flourish into good writing.
Exactly.
I always say that reading is the wonderful and one of the 4 skills we usually talk about, LSRW. So it is the most important, reading, because of the pronunciation. It helps in comprehension. In English, there are the 2-3 comprehensions. How the child will do that, read fast. And when you just stuck in one of the words sometimes, so you just lost half an year out. So reading give you the skimming, right? That scanning, intensive and extensive approach. This is way that when the parent, they do not understand, you can just come in the medium, they can understand in Hindi, the language, the local language. So yes, we need to come to that. So this is the beauty in India, that yes, we talk, the parents who are coming from different denominations, we come to their level where when they talk in Hindi, when they are comfortable with. So we do not show that yes, we are like that. So this is the way. So
that's great, ma'am. That's great, ma'am. I'll add up into this. The last session I had up with S.K. Rathore sir. I mean, he's the founder of this Sanford group of schools. So sir was saying that, I mean, he told about his life story, that how they started up. His father was not literate. So he used to, it's not about reading out English only. It is about any language. It's about any language. He said, कि हमारी education कैसे start हुई? He said, education ऐसे start हुई कि father illiterate थे, तो उन्होंने वो मतलब English नहीं आती थी उनको, तो he used to read Hindi newspaper. So when he was doing it all the time, so we started up with our education with reading only. The base of our education, he said, that it was that he started up with the reading part only, so that he developed the reading habits in him, and how he had to struggle and how he came up to this position that he is having now 250 plus schools all over India. So it is just a point that I'm adding up to your point also, ma'am. that reading is not only about English reading only. If the people somewhere in the country, they are not able to read, it's good if you read in English. But if somebody, the teachers, like we say in NEP also, another day a session was going on in NEP, and the person was saying that, NEP, the children will have to be taught in their regional language. So I said, it's not like that, where English is not available, the teachers are not able to teach, the children are not able to understand, both the ways. Their teaching should go. Therefore, you can use your regional language over there. It's not like that you are in Bengal, so Bengali has to be used. Are you using Bengali in your school? He's saying no. I said, you won't be using Bengali. You will be using English because you're in a city. In remote areas, it is regional language. I think what I have your knowledge is कि आपको regional language तब use करनी है जब जहाँ पे English है ही नहीं, ना पढ़ाने वाले को ना पढ़ने वाले को. There you have to use that. It's not, people again. It was you people were saying. Ma'am was also saying, that the teachers, the principals, they do not know what they are telling.
Be very clear, no? From
They
here.
are not clear.
Yeah.
70 pages that NEP is over there. Everybody, a single word everybody knows
Yes.
is over there. They have rotted it, but they are not knowing, what is the meaning of that. That is there. Thank you so much, Neeru ma'am.
Yeah.
Next, I'll come to Pratibha ma'am, Sugandhi ma'am. Thank you. You have come again. I'll ask
Yes,
a question
sir.
to you first of all. Any language starts from listening. Listening leads to reading. What step do you take to encourage listening skills, especially during online classes?
Yeah, I believe the reading is like an activity or extremely rewarding because it's a kind of muscle practice for the brain. When we read, it's a kind of some activity which we are doing for the brain. And the brain activity always, if you see, a brain starts more of from the lower class. Lower class, when I talk about, you see the child on a mother's lap is been not taught how to speak, how to learn, but child still knows how to speak mother tongue, how to connect with the mother tongue. So what he observes, listen and the lip sync. The way we lips, the child tries to connect, and this is how we learn. And same thing, we should do it in our school as well. That kind of activity we should have, rather than compelling them to read, it won't work. See, consonant, alphabets, all these vowels, we are teaching them. Connecting words, we are teaching them. Word formation, we are teaching them. But I feel we should not have compelling aspect. During online, in our school, we used to have a DEAR program. DEAR program is like a drop everything and read. Every day, we used to have a DEAR program in our school, morning for this playgroup till 2nd standard. So now for this, we used to call them DEAR. Okay, kids, dears, we have a DEAR time. So they used to connect. Now, what are we going to do? All the kids are beloved to us. So we connect that. And what is the full form of DEAR? So we used to write the on the board, and they used to connect with this. And then what we started, same thing on the online. We have practiced the same, that we have a DEAR program. Now, kids, you all have to just mute yourself. We are here to drop everything and read. Now, how will they read during online? We have Blackboard, no doubt about it. But in that case, what we used to play a video clip. Whatever language we want to make them learn or read, we used to play that, like Marathi, Hindi, because Marathi is now compulsory for Maharashtra to be a part of it. Now we cannot get rid of Marathi. Earlier it was there, the international schools were, but now we cannot, we have to do. So what we do, online, we show the video clips, especially which has a video and audio, where they can connect. Then they listen it. And with, as I told, lip sync. See, if you see, foreigners, sometimes they speak and we fail to connect, but we try to connect with what? Lip sync, lip movement. Same thing, we help them during online. Child fails to understand what the child video was about. But when teacher repeats the same, child listen and try to connect with the words, because the child already knows how to connect with the letters. But reading is a regular habit. It cannot be done overnight. We cannot just come and say that, okay, fine, you read the passage and comprehend and you just skim and scan and then you can go ahead with it. No, it starts from, it is like a reading dal rice every day in your meal. It's the same. Reading should be, and we motivated parents, we didn't compel them. We all, parents used to tell us, कि ma'am, हम लोग अपने बच्चों को कैसे groom करें. We used to always tell, you don't have to do anything. Just give nice picture storybook with a single word. one sentence word, paragraph, small paragraph, which will help them to, encourage. We have to encourage reading. We don't have to compel. And this is how during online also, we told parents that every day, at least one word, give them as a vocab. Either Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, any language you feel the child should know the synonym, should know the meaning and the usage of it. That will help them to use the language, because all 4 skills are very much important for any kind of language development. So listening very first is important. Child will listen, will repeat, and will repeat, he will speak. And when he will speak, he will try to read and connect. And when he reads, connect and listen, then definitely he'll be able to write, because the thinking process will come into pen. So this
Exactly.
is all 4 skills are equally important. Rather than compelling, we should encourage them. We should motivate them. And they should be, unlike Monday onwards, we have 1 month reading challenge in our school. Every
Great.
2 periods, they will be having a DEAR program. Now online, this is online, we don't have offline, but they are going to, and they are ready. We have given ebooks to them from the lower class to higher class, and we are going to start. And after, at the end of our session, like on 30th of September, we are going to have a book review where they will be giving their reviews, how and what they read, how much they understood, because reading should be with understanding. They should develop the skill of comprehending, because Cambridge is complete concept based, complete of, whatever they understood, they have to apply in their daily routine. This is what Cambridge teaches, and this is how we have to focus.
That's great, ma'am. That's great. Thank you so much. I mean, you are also a big, bunch or go down of knowledge, and where we can every day, if we take out some knowledge from you, still it won't exhaust. Thank you so much.
We all are there.
Yes, ma'am. Sugandhi, ma'am, thank you so much. You have come again. Again, ma'am, we'd also like to know your views, that what are you doing or what you suggest for the online encouragement of reading?
Yes. So as ma'am said, the children acquire mother tongue naturally. So we don't have any formal teaching for that. And the important of the parents, the role is nothing but only to talking to the children. So when we are speaking to the child, what happens, it helps them the fundamental building blocks of listening and speaking. That's what it helps. And so what the children, if you see, they have the amazing capability to process, and also they know how to distinguish several different languages. I don't know how many of you have noticed. When my son was very young, I had a servant, who used to speak Telugu. So I'm a Tamilian basically, and he goes to an English medium school, and he was able to speak all the 3 languages. So that is what it is. So what happens is the basic listening skill is very, very important, where we need to focus on it. And once the child master it, then the child attempts to speak. So this is what we are doing in the online class, or even before that also. What we used to do is, earlier, if you say, we had one type of assessment. I don't know how many of your principals have done that. There is one test we have to do, assessment skill is the listening skill. And earlier, what we all used to do is tell a story, ask them to repeat it. If the child knows the story, it will not even listen, it will say, and we give full marks without assessing whether the child has understood or not. Then later on, we started changing that as like, we read out. If you see in my school, when I was studying, we were asked to read the paragraph aloud. And I used to think some child will be able to read it properly. So I used to think why they are doing it. If I can read to myself, it is even more easy for me to do it. But then later on, I understood that is for the articulation purpose. When we read it aloud, we are listening to our own speak. What we are speaking, that was very, very important. So now what we started doing is, we say a story and we ask the children to draw accordingly. Whatever, it can be a stick way of drawing, it can be a house, it need not be, but we to see that whatever the story we said, whether those pictures are there. So that enhances, and you can assess whether the child is listening or not. And when I was a nursery teacher, usually we used to give synonyms and antonyms, big, small, shut, open, up, down, all these things we used to give for the lower kids. What I used to do is, I used to ask them to draw it. So the same technique we started using in the school to draw the adjectives. We used to tell, okay, draw a long snake, draw a big elephant or a small cat. So we can know whether they are able to listening to what we are saying. And we also do one more thing. One of my teacher came up with a beautiful idea to balance a book and follow the instruction what the teacher is telling.
That's great.
Step ahead.
That's great.
So these are small things we used to do. And also we used to tell them that we send a mail to the parents and say that these are the objects we want you to keep it ready. So the parents will be ready. And we ask the children, the teacher read out, the child picks up. So these are the small things that we used to do. And we used to give the paragraphs a breakup. And the sequence, we used to jumble it. And then the teacher will say the third line is the first sentence, mark it first. So we tend to know whether the child is listening or not. So these are small techniques that we use in our school.
That's great, ma'am. That's great. That's a very good idea, ma'am. Thank you so much. Union Krishnan, sir, we are up to you. Thank you so much for coming. Sir, as you have heard from everyone, and we know that LSRW are the 4 skills we have. So according to you, which skill should be introduced to the child first?
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for this question. When we talk about the different skills in the process of language learning, this is a very relevant question. But before answering this question, let me quote Omar Khayyam, the Persian mathematician, philosopher, and poet who lived in the 12th century. He sang in one of his poems that here with a loaf of bread beneath the bough, a flask of wine, a book of verse, and thou beside me, singing in the wilderness, and wilderness is paradise now. So centuries back, Omar Khayyam realized in order to complete a life full of pleasure, a human being must also have a book in possession. So when we talk about the different skills and which skill is more important, look at the order of the alphabets. LSRW, listening, speaking, writing, reading and writing. So it happens in the same order in the life of a child. He listens first. When a child is born, he listens to various sounds. He listens to his mother first, he listens to his father, and he listens to the other family members. And then in the process of growing up, he starts speaking, maybe meaningless words. That's what usually happens in the beginning. Then later on, only he comes to reading and writing when he goes to school, or maybe when he starts his informal education. So naturally, the first skill that develops in a child is listening. And this is the most basic skill that is needed for developing all the other language skills. Yes, sir. You're muted, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your great ideas. Amrita, sir, coming over to you. And you just told about your Club 1 BR program. In precise, just tell us, sir, what is this program and what benefit we schools are going to get it from this particular?
So Club 1 BR, Club 1 Billion Readers is a program by which what we do is members, schools which are member of the club, get the Freedom app free for a year for all their children. And so what happens is that the Freedom app is very simple. You can read books. There are about 2,000 odd books across 6 grade levels. As we move along, there are more and more features being added. Just this month, we added a fluency test, which is a speaking test. The child has to speak for about 2 minutes, a passage. And the app sort of gives the data of the number of words he got correct per minute, WPCM, which is a measure for fluency. So the app is available free for schools for a year. And what additionally we are doing is that the data that the app collects from the students are given back to the schools. So the school can tell that in this class, the children are doing well, or in this class, the children are not doing well. They might need some help, or these children have read a lot. Maybe they need a reward, or this teacher has been able to influence her class much better than other teachers. So the idea is to be transparent with the school on what is happening on the app, what the children are doing. And the school can then decide how to use that data. Further, the app has a web version. So a lot of schools which are part of the club and are using the app are actually using it during class, during online class, They open up the web version, they use it during their class and give homework after. And separately, what we do is, because there are a lot of ecosystem players involved, their parents involved, their teachers involved, we on our side do a lot of workshops on how to use the app, how reading works, what you can do, what you can emphasize more on, storytelling workshops and digital storytelling workshops also. And of course, again, most of these are free. There are some advanced storytelling courses that are paid for, but the bulk of the material is free. And
so sir, you are giving workshops for the students also, and teachers also, and parents also.
For students, we don't do workshops because largely we work with younger children, but we
Yeah.
do storytellings.
That same thing, storytelling. Yeah.
Yeah, we do classroom storytelling from the app. We do it in a way in which we leave the story at about 80-90% so that the child is motivated to read the rest himself or herself. Yeah.
So because this is the problem we had been facing, because as an administrator, we cannot be after the the students or the teachers all the time for this, because basically the teachers have to do this.
Yeah.
Although all the stakeholders have to take interest into this, what I feel as an educationist is that all the stakeholders should cooperate, because everything is on the head of the principal. कुछ भी हो गया है principal की गलती है ये, or the principal has every duty. The credit goes to the management, and everything wrong that is what it is in the in the lap of the principal. So here the thing is that first of all, what we talk to the parents and teachers also, that we need your support. It's a teamwork. We can't as an admin or as an head, we just can guide. We cannot do all the work. So the thing is that there we need cooperation of the parents also. There we need the cooperation of the teachers also. We cannot force the parents, but at least we need cooperation of the teachers. So teachers, I think when we get a right platform where the teachers get a right platform, then they have to work on that. So it happens to me sometimes also. Something you are putting into the into the conditions once or twice, when you are speaking for that, the thing is happening. When you are not speaking about that, that thing stops many a times. Teachers do it when you say it, and when you are not saying it, they're not doing it. And you have thousands of work to do. You may forget that also. Sir, you didn't set us to do this. So I do have to say every day about this. You are a teacher. You should understand that. So this is coming to mind, especially about the reading, because basically 2-3 things are there where the parents also don't put up their effort. We see a lot of students, for example, they are in grade 12, their handwriting is so shabby that it feels that they have so much money the parents they spend upon for the studies and education, but they don't spend small amount for their handwriting also. They are handwriting experts also. Likewise, there's a situation, they don't say reading का से क्या होता है, कुछ नहीं फर्क पड़ता है, बच्चा हमारा जाता है, उसको थोड़ी सी इंग्लिश बोलनी आती है, that is what he need. But basically is that listening also and reading also. When you are reading, you are listening yourself also. When you are chewing, so that all the muscles, they get an exercise. When you are reading, your brains get that exercise. You learn also, your capability increases, your thinking capability increases, your outcomes, that critical thinking, what an EP and everything everybody says should be. So that also improves that. So it's a good thing that that is also over there, that we can use as that, how the teachers can be forced or the teachers can be made. Because when they will also start up, because they also might have not been a good reader. It is not like that they are not a good reader, so they will not get it done for the children also. Slowly and steadily, one of the principal, Mr. Ashik Gupta, he's from Punjab. He said our English teacher used to do this, like the episodes. वो हिंदी सीरियल आता है तो वो क्लाइमेक्स पे जाके रोक देते हैं, कहते हैं कल देखेंगे. So likewise, he used to tell that teacher used to tell story in the classroom. Period over होने से पहले climax पे आ गए, and what happened, ma'am, after this? Okay, we'll study tomorrow. So the children, they used to go back home and they used to discuss with the mother and especially with the mother and the sister or brother. This is a story my ma'am told me today, and this has happened, and here the climax has been. What do you think? What will happen after this? So that thing, what happens in episodes right now in the serials, what to do, teachers what to do. That was also a great idea which came into my mind. I wanted to share, although everything. Okay, thank you so much, Amrita sir. Next we'll come up to Neeru ma'am. Just ma'am, like to know that how does reading impart learning and comprehension?
As I told sir, that reading is integral part. And even I say that even any good speaker we see, of course, every success goes through books. So we are talking about listening, speaking, and reading. But to me also, when I just speak, when we read something, no, as Balwinder Singh said, that we have to read for 2 hours to speak for 15 minutes. He said something like that. We have to read and speak. आप ये देखिए रिवर्स हुआ है यहाँ पे, ठीक है, रीड एंड स्पीक. सो वी कैन बिकम अ गुड स्पीकर व्हेन वी रीड मैक्सिमम स्टफ, राइट. एंड व्हेन इट कम्स टू कॉम्प्रीहेंड माने अंडरस्टैंड करना. कॉम्प्रीहेंशन पैसेज आई एज आई सेड इन द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, राइट, दैट वी हैव द कॉम्प्रीहेंशन पैसेजेस, द सीन, अनसीन. इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन योर एक्यूरेसी एंड योर स्पीड ऑल्सो. एज अ जेंटलमैन मिस्टर Mishra ji said that yes, the word spoken per minute that we do in our school, that the child, they set their own benchmark, right? That this paragraph of 100 words, so that paragraph would they finish in seconds or 1 minute, and the very next day or after 3 or 4 days they have to just crack their own limitations, right? So this is how we can just, so comprehension automatically, or and child can process information automatically when we motivate and encourage the practice of reading in a child. And by this, that how many words are spoken in a minute or passage in a due course of time, automatically child build a confidence also. And even while we speak and while we read, even sometimes we read that is loudly, that is the vocal tract, vocal lines, lungs, because sometime in reading, speaking automatically involves, because we read loudly. When we read loudly, automatically we are also speaking to a person. As in the news channels, we have seen that they do have a paper. So Sudhir Chaudhary, the paper in the hand, reading and speaking simultaneously, right? So automatically he's processing that information to make us understanding what you want to deliver. So it is all about how smart are you in doing that. It is all about that how we are encouraging the parents and how much tuned we are with them. कितना confidence हमने build अपने parent, अपने बच्चों के साथ किया है, सारा result is directly proportional to that. How much we are able to convince them. Convince does not mean that we are pressurizing them, we are forcing them. That convincing also means that we are talking to them, we are making them understand that yes, this is valuable, this is of utter importance, this is substantial, this is for the significant growth, this is how your child stand in the competitive global world. So child should make their own word bank, WORD, word bank, maybe for a chapter, maybe for a unit, maybe for this. And yes, the storytelling is a beautiful way, as Mishra ji said, we can develop critical thinking when we make the story out of the 25 pages story, to extract the जूस बना के एक टीचर लेकर आता है, 3 घंटे पढ़ के आधे घंटे का क्लास में देता. This is how a beauty of a divine teaching. This is what I think we have to do.
Great,
emotional connect होना important है. सारी चीजें हो जाएंगी, otherwise technology waste है, सारी चीजें waste है अगर emotional connect नहीं है. दिलों तक कितना पहुंच पाते हैं, छू पाते हैं, तो सारे changes हो जाते हैं. सर कोई बदलाव मुश्किल नहीं है, ये क्रांति है और ये हम में से ही आता है. सर
great ma'am, great,
खुद निकल के आता है. That's it, sir.
That's great, ma'am. Great, ma'am. Great, ma'am. That's great. That's great. You, the insightness you have told about the reading. That's it. You touched the, that point, that point of heart where actually the parents, if they see this, children, they see this, or the teachers, they see this, they should understand that no, this is the importance of reading. If we have not done in our schooling time, there is no age of, learning. There's no, we also, ma'am also, few of you also, we have learned so many, have taken so many degrees while we were in teaching. We were
we are of 5 or 50 does not make any difference. If we are reading for our professional growth, right? So of course we stand above our peer. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm using this word now, but yes, when we are reading globally, soft skills and all, so we are developing the wisdom. We are becoming more mature in that. So the reading is really by choice कि आपको क्या करना है. ये choice तो अंदर से खुद निकलना चाहिए. Right?
Bilkul. Thank you, ma'am. Sugandhi ma'am, will you add up something in this?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, helping our children become a lifelong learners, it can have a significant impacts on many diverse areas of their lives. right from the job prospects and self-confidence, and to their behavior, to their health, and even their achievement in science and math. You could have heard many parents saying that my son is able to do addition or subtractions, numerals when you give. But the same thing, the word problem, when they are being given, the child is not able to do. So they immediately get into a conclusion saying that my child is weak. No, the child is not weak. The child didn't understand the problem. So it's not the question that the child is not able, it's not the problem that the child didn't understand the concept. The child may know. If you explain that in his mother tongue or the language that he understands, maybe he will be able to do the math properly. So there is a British study. They found links between reading for pleasure and higher academic achievements. And if I'm not wrong, the study was featured in the article called The Guardian. And they found that children who frequently read books at the age of 10 and read more than once per week had higher results, than those who read less. And it's also said that reading for pleasure was linked to higher academic achievements in vocabulary, in spellings, and all those things. And also in a study at Emory University, researchers used this functional magnetic resonance imaging. They call it as IFMRI. And to scan the brain of the students before and after reading that Popeye, the novel by Robert Harris. And in those days, they were saying that after reading session and before reading session, they had that increased connectivity in the brain areas. That's what they had come into it. So when we make them read, what happens is it makes them think. It makes them to expand their vocabulary. And definitely that impacts on learning and comprehension skills.
Great, ma'am. Your views are very good. In fact, if we talk also to the parents also, or we had a discussion earlier also that even in maths also you need, English you need when it comes to the word problem. That's it. Thank you. Next, I'll
thank you, sir. I'm really leaving now. Thank you,
yeah,
sir.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much. Next, I'll come to Balwinder Singh, sir. Sir, we like to ask you that in your opinion, what is the best way to encourage children to read?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. So I think children, when we talk about small children, I hope I'm audible. Some problem?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay, sir.
So generally we call them monkeys. Children, they are like monkeys, especially the pre-primary and primary children. That is the age where learning can happen more, where there is more scope of learning, because the maximum growth of brain is between 3 to 6 years. And also Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said that the primary teachers are the most important teachers, because they play a very vital role in the development, in the cognitive development and the holistic development of the children. So they are like monkeys. When why I quote this, that they are like monkeys, because monkeys they imitate. Same way in education also, small children, they follow, they imitate what teacher is doing. So they have a very strong perception that whatever my teacher has said, that is the correct thing. Even if the teacher is telling a wrong thing, even then children, they take it as a right, and nobody can erase it, right? So imitation is the best way of teaching to the pre-primary and primary children. And whatever roadmap we set at this age, it goes till till the end of life. But जो भी इस समय में पढ़ा दिया जाएगा, it will be a permanent impression on the mind. So if we want that students read, so in that case we have to start reading in front of them. So if the parents will read in front of the children, if teacher will read in front of the children, if we have a reading time, it should be a individual reading time. Teacher should read, parents should read. Definitely children, they will imitate, because whatever a human being becomes, it is from the environment. One is heredity and one is environment. So maximum things we carry from the heredity, genetic order, and the environment helps to brush up the genetic order. Whatever we have taken from the heredity, environment brushes up that. So if the parents they are reading, if the teacher is reading, definitely they'll pick up key. This is very important thing, and we should, and it will become a fashion. Then second important thing which we can do, that on daily basis we can set a reading time at home or in school also. So it should be a daily habit. It can be of 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes, right? And third thing, in the schools as well as at home, we must create a reading corner. They should be, age appropriate books. This is very important. If the child is of, 8 years, we cannot give them bulky books. So it should be age appropriate reading room, and a small board should be there at home also, where a parent or a mother or anybody from the family can write 2 lines daily with translation. So this way, it will stimulate the child to read. I think
that's a great idea. That's a very great idea, sir, because we are living in the cities or big cities, and India is an agricultural country. So we have more than 550 villages, as we know, and we need to talk about the whole India. And we talk about the government schools, we talk about the interior schools also, where the parents are also not literate. Even they can create the habit, but the support is needed from both the sides, as you also said, sir. What I feel from that is that support is needed from the teachers as well as the parents also, because we know that home is the first school for the child, where he learns, as you said, there are monkeys. They learn whatever they see, they imitate what they see. This is for sure. This is very practical. We have learned because we have seen in our family atmosphere. This is what happens reciprocal with everyone. That's great, sir. That's a very great thought. Then now I'll come to Pratibha ma'am. And 1 hour is very less when you are coming up to discussion of so beautiful things, so interesting things. I'm sorry I'm taking more time. Pratibha ma'am, last question for you. What are some of the techniques that have really impacted children's reading habits as per your experience? In very short, if you can tell.
Yeah, in my school, what I have done, from the staircase, we don't have a lift. We have a space for lift, but we didn't build lift because we want our kids to take a stairs. So we have quoted certain quotes in each and every corner of this school, and we have involved them in reading. So we always tell them, whichever floor you just climb, read that, register that, try to understand what is written. So we have started with the small words, then one sentences, then we have written one phrase, somewhere we have written inspirational quotes. Like that, we have created this kind of full what we can say, aisle is complete of quotes, full aisle is full of messages. So whenever they conduct the assembly, sometimes they forget to prepare the quotes from home, but they remember what they have seen in the school. So because they have seen, they read, and it registered in their long-term memory. And whenever it is being, and it becomes handy. So we have inculcated this habit in the school, that since you step in the school, you have to start reading. We don't say, okay, fine, today you have seen that. Now just use in your life, use in your daily routine. So we tell them, okay, today what did you see on first floor? Okay, that phrase was talking about live as you're going to die tomorrow. Oh, who said this? So we try to give an experiential learning. We don't force them. And this is really helped us when it came to reading. And as I strongly believe Martin's word, the reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. And the man who never reads lives only one. And this is how we try to inculcate in our kids from childhood.
So that means you have created a reading vibes over there in your school.
Yes.
And when the child is seeing every time he's reading something, and he's also aware that a ma'am may ask something on, you came up from this floor, what did you read? So I should go, I should read and go. Otherwise, ma'am will ask, if I won't be able to answer,
that will be not lose that impression. They don't
that impression
to be high up always.
Yeah, pre-primary and primary students, they are very particular about this.
Yes.
My impression should be very good in front of ma'am, every teacher. So they read that. And when they're reading, that comes into the habit.
That full baggage of vocabulary, in fact.
Yeah, in fact, if they don't have this, atmosphere at their home also, with this practice inside the school, this is a very good thing. We can also, everybody can adopt that quotations, small words and quotations should be written everywhere. I saw somewhere that shown that on the every step, at that, and every step they have written quotations. Every step they have
quotations and the multiplication. Every week, every month, I try to give one tables, 2 tables,
Right.
3 tables, like that.
Right.
Every floor there is a table sticker. 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 5.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Whatever.
So that is that's a very good way of teaching. That's a very, and you don't have to, impose that. You don't have to
Yeah.
force the children for that. They themselves, when they'll come into the routine, they'll have a habit of that. I have that habit. And when they'll come into being, then of course, their educational values, the upbringing will be very good when it comes to the senior classes. Roots are there from the pre-primary and primary classes.
Yes.
Thank you, Pratibha ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Unikrishnan sir, again at the last, I'd like to ask you that what techniques you think that, or according to your experience, should be inculcated for this reading habit?
Sir, I strongly believe that the reading skill, the habit of reading among the children can be developed only by taking care of the other skills also. You cannot develop the reading skill alone in a child unless you take care of the other skill, listening, speaking, and such other skill, language skill. Now, the best thing to help the children develop their reading habit is to make them listen first. Tell them stories. We remember when we were living in a joint family system, there were people at home to tell them stories at bedtime. We had grandmothers, grandfathers. Now in the nuclear families, it's very difficult. The father and the mother coming from work tired and exhausted might not have the mind to tell them the stories during their bedtime. But if it's possible, definitely that will help the children to develop their reading habits. That's the first step I believe that one must do. And I always ask my librarian, instead of bringing the children to the libraries, especially in the lower classes, in the Montessori and grade 1 and 2, go to their class and tell them stories. Okay, keep the book in your hand. And maybe after a few months, read the stories out to them in the classroom. And then only after again a few more months that you will bring them to the library, so that by that time the children already have developed an interest in reading stories. And after that discussion of the reading the story, after asking the children to read certain books or stories, discuss with them. This can be done at home or in the school also. Discuss why a particular character in a story has done like that. So those characters will almost appear like a real life individuals to the children. And as one of the panelists earlier said, give them age appropriate books, small stories, interesting stories, colorful books, so that in the beginning they'll develop a kind of reading habits, and try to engage all the senses select such stories where the children will be able to engage all their senses. Set them reading goals. Okay, read this book in a week's time, and on Monday we will have a discussion on that. Set such reading goals and help children procure books. All the children should be encouraged to read books of their interest. So we always ask our children to read newspapers at home, and we complain that they read only the sports column. Why? Let them read the sports column. What's the problem? We want to read the frontline news, and the children may not be interested. Let them read anything. I strongly believe that by reading academic books, by reading the textbook of mathematics or social studies or science, no child will develop the reading skill. Probably he may increase his knowledge, probably he may score better in the examination, but definitely he is not going to be a good reader in his life. So we will have to encourage children to read common books other than their academics to help them develop.
Sir, I'll add up into this. Thank you so much. I will add up in this. If I remember, in our times, we used to have that Hardy Boys, Richie Rich, and Champak, Lotpot, Chacha Chaudhary, featured books.
Right.
So likewise, the featured books, now the things have scenario has changed, the internet and everything. We used to, if a difficult word comes into, so we used to take up that Oxford dictionary and used to find out. Now nobody uses dictionary. The scenario has changed a lot now. Now animated or these type of stories can be shown to the children. Like we have audio and audio visual type of stories, because now, because of pandemic, even because this online thing has come into being a lot after online education. Now children don't feel like picking up the books and reading. They are so intelligent. Whatever we were knowing in the graduation time, they know it when they're at the age of 8 or 10 only. So they are very smart enough. They are very smart enough to make conclusions about the things. You cannot hide anything from them. So smart things have to be used now. We cannot provide them with the books right now. These featured books or the colored books, we can provide them. So it is like that only, that whatever ways we are using in our schools also, because as you said, parents, so they don't have time. If they have time also, they feel that we have paid the fees of the school. This is only their responsibility. Rest everything is on the school. But without any support, tali bhi do haath se bajti hai. We need support of at least one person for that. So we are also warriors. Although the four soldiers, they are struggling on the borders. Hats off to them. They are the first warriors. But inside the country, we are the warriors. As an admin, as in principal, we are the warriors. That everything has to be done by us. The child is not getting marks. The child is not reading. The child is not able to speak in English. Anything. Yesterday, a parent came to me that on an online class that the teacher has scolded the child. We used to be beaten. We used to be hit by a cane when we were going to the school. Now you can't even, you can't say anything to the child even. The pampering has happened up so much with the parents and all. You can't say anything, and they expect everything from us. We tell them that if we are trying to improve a child, the child is with us for a few years only. The child has to be with you for the whole life. If we are trying to reform them, you please cooperate instead of going against that. So we have to make them understand. Some understand and some don't understand because of the pampering. Mera to ladla bachcha hai, my boy. Right. Thank you so much, sir. Amrita sir, I will like you to say something about reading and all these things, what you have heard and what best you are giving in with your this Club One VR to sum up with the session.
Sure. Thank you, sir. I just want to also say that just on the tone that you said in when you were speaking now, I think because of the time we live in, principals have to go through this really excruciating period, and it's remarkable how the school system has responded so well to this crisis. Having said that, I do think that reading, I know that all of you have said that people are reading less, but I actually think that children are reading more today than earlier, simply because there is more access, more books than we were when we were younger, more digital access than we were younger. Also, more literacy across the board. More parents today are literate than they were when we were younger. So I'm very excited about the current scenario where children are reading different things and they're reading from a younger age. I do agree that there's a lot of scope for improvement because we are a large country, and reading has the power to unlock learning in a way that is really powerful. So in that context, I am with you on this mission, and of course, the principals and the teachers are the warriors, and we are only supporting from behind. We are creating the weapons. So I do hope that the schools that are working with One VR, or if any of your schools are joining us, then we are able to give you the tools that your teachers can use in classroom, and that the parents, whether they are educated or whether they are first generation learners, the parents find them easy enough and don't have to struggle with them, and are able to quickly get onto the habit without having to change a lot of without having to go through an intensive course.
Yeah, whatever you said, sir, and already what we have told about Club One VR. So I feel that it can help us a lot. That because what we feel is that when we put up something into the system, systemized things we get. So that a customized thing when we get for that, and that is also right now you're giving for a year for free of cost. So that will make the habit of the teachers as well as the parents of the child also, that reading habit should be there. Because we know very well as an educationist that reading LSRW is very important for the education, as well as you talked, as ma'am said, that in maths also we need English over or reading over there, understanding power, and that goes through reading only. So that was a very wonderful session, and I feel 1 hour is very, or 1 hour 15 minutes or 30 minutes is very less to discuss for this interactive topic. And thank you all of you, Pratibha ma'am, Balwinder sir, Niroshi ma'am, Unikrishnan sir, and also Sugandhi ma'am, that you have spared, and Amrita sir, you spared up your time and came over here and you had discussed about such a beautiful topic that is reading. Thank you so much and have a
Thank you
nice day.
so much. Thank you, everyone.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Nice
Stay
meeting you all.
safe,
Thank you,
stay healthy.
Chandok sir, and
Take care.
best
Bye-bye.
wishes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Best
sir, for
wishes
coming,
for
sir.
your show, and keep it up. You are doing very good.
Thank you so
This
much,
type
sir.
of
Great job.
interaction and this type of platform is very important for the
Sir,
educational society.
Yes, sir.
So
Sir,
keep it
I
up.
will also, I'll also share up that the previous session, Mr. Anirudh Gupta, sir, was there. He is having schools, DCM group of schools in Punjab. So he was also praising that, I mean, like you only, because people like you, they motivate us that we should do something good for the society. Because as you people are doing it, so we see that if you all can do that, we can also do, and you can hold the hands, or you can even become a team. And we can also do up these type of things where we can discuss the beautiful topics and discuss our ideas amongst us. Thank you so much, Balwinder sir, and Pratibha ma'am, and Neeru.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
Okay,
much.
much.
thank you, Pratibha ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
Neeru
you,
ma'am. Nice
sir.
talking to you.
Thank you, Ms. Neeru.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Take
Take
care.
Okay,
care.
bye, ma'am. Take care.
Bye.